Welcome in there to the latest edition of Extra Time. Craig is here. Look at these.
What a treat.
Look at
what
that.
a treat.
Oh, fantastic. Adrian Healey.
Adrian Healey, they seek him there, they seek him. Where is he? Where is it? A man that's been travelling the world. I'll tell you what, you talk about my holidays.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He had the most marvellous...
Well, I don't know if it was marvellous.
Well, you know.
How would backpacking with Mrs. Burley for 6 months go?
Oh, listen, it is what you make it.
Adrian, great to have you with us. We talked about it yesterday.
I mean, timing my return for the return of Mr. Burley is more than a coincidence, surely. I mean, it was
it's magnificent,
actually, the trip was fantastic. Yeah. The trip was amazing. It was all over Southeast Asia. It was everywhere we wanted to be, and now we're exactly where we want to be, which is right here in Valencia. Fantastic to be with this man too.
Adrian has moved to Valencia, Robbo. What have you done? Nothing.
Not a lot in the last few months, no. Stayed at home. I went to America for a little while, saw you, Dan.
That's true.
Went very briefly, went to Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Carolina. Where else do you want me to go? All the top places in America.
I tell you what, when you look at those two and you see the difference.
I know, look how happy Aid is.
You know, you got Robbo. You got Robbo, who looks as if somebody's given him a coat of emulsion, white emulsion, and you got Aid looking all refreshed and tanned. What does that tell you? You got to move to... No wonder Sid Lowe lives in Spain.
No, exactly.
Right. Anybody going to ask a question?
There's a reason why I've got emulsion on my face, and I've told you many times that I'm not allowed to go out in the sun. I've told you many times before.
But it's night time, Robbo.
Yeah.
Well, I think you get a suntan during the day, not at night time.
Well, yes,
This is a very Stevie-esque.
This is terrible, right?
Right, come on.
Let's move it on. Craig, are you rested and refreshed from vacation?
No.
You had 4 weeks off.
That wasn't quite.
Well, it's quite a long time.
It was about 24 days.
Did you enjoy yourself?
What day is it today?
Today's the 16th.
Yeah.
Right.
25.
This is terrible as well.
I'm not refreshed. We went at it hard.
OK. Is it too soon for Craig's Positivity Corner? Ten Hag certainly needs it. Oh, they won today.
Yeah, they were all right.
Yeah, they were good. Got 3 points.
They were better.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I save it for Chelsea, which
Chelsea are...
Nobody knows what's happening there.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens with Chelsea.
Playing Man City opening day?
Yes, at Stamford Bridge. Yeah.
Could be a great way to start.
For Robbo, who would you say is the best midfield pairing for United? McTominay and Mainu or Casemiro and Mainu?
Casemiro and Mainu, the way they've played at the moment and the way they played in the Community Shield last week. Casemiro looks as though he's got his legs back, he looks as though he's fully fit, he's picking out his passes, he looks hungry again. We thought he was all going to be on his way to Saudi Arabia or wherever else, but he looks as though he's got his form back. Mainu is a very good player. We've seen that playing for England. We saw it last season for Manchester United. McTominay, I see now more as an attacking player who gets in the box. He doesn't contribute much in midfield, so Casemiro and Mainu are the strongest partnership in that central midfield.
Why are they not doing that for Maid's house?
I don't know. Why aren't they at your house, Adrian?
They live in Valencia.
You know, the view here is... I know you can't actually see it, but it is actually terrific if you could actually come to us during daylight hours. My house, the view isn't quite as good. There's a bit more agua de Valencia at my house than there is here, but you know... maybe next time. Maybe next time.
I look forward to the invite. I'm obviously going to get an invite at some point.
But of all the ESPN crew that you wished could move to Spain, who's the biggest pain in the butt?
Yes, Craig Burley.
I haven't finished the question yet.
Oh, OK.
Who is it?
Craig Burley. Have any of you, Craig, have you ever played with or against a player as one-dimensional as Adama Traore?
Probably. You know, he's one of those players that I think he'd frustrate the hell out of managers and coaches, and probably has. Barcelona as a kid, I believe. Then I don't know, I'm in chronological. He was at Wolves, and he got this move back to Barca, didn't he, on loan?
Yes.
Started really well, and then normal service was resumed, and you know he's at Fulham now. But it's like everything else. I've seen lots of players that do lots of good stuff in areas where it's not going to make a difference, i.e. around the halfway line and outside the box. Because when you get into these wider areas, as he often does, I'll guarantee you he picks out the wrong ball or plays a bad ball more often than he plays the right ball.
Right.
And you can have all the pace and strength in the world, but this game is all about end product. All about end product. And unfortunately his is just not very good.
Adrian, do you think Manchester United will finish top 4 based on this performance?
On this performance against Fulham, well, it's 3 points. There's 3 points in the right direction. I actually do think they're going to finish top 4.
Oh.
Can I do a little name dropping? We in LA got to talk to Ruud van Nistelrooy a little bit on the sideline.
Name dropping.
Yeah, you know, doing the Ruud talk. And he was actually saying he thinks top 4 is within their grasp, but it would be.
I don't think he's going to say, well, I don't think we're getting the top 4.
Well,
We're going to come up out of the table and I'm going to get the sack
But
in a couple of weeks' time. He might not have been telling you the complete truth.
But,
Adrian.
well, possibly. But I think they will finish top 4. I think I was looking at some of your Premier League predictions earlier, and did you have them in the top 4?
I did.
A couple of you
I put Manchester United in the top 4, not because they're a great side, but I thought one or two of the others might not do as well.
The lack of anything seriously challenging. Yeah, I think it's open for them to. I actually think 4th itself is entirely doable for United. You know, if Zirkzee starts scoring goals with Ruud pulling the strings behind him, anything's possible. Top 4, here we come.
Ruud van Nistelrooy must have been at the side thinking, there's a man over there that will believe anything.
There you go.
I'll just nip over Eric and drop him a little
I was with
curveball.
Casey Keller too. Can I just point that out?
Well, what difference does that make, Aid?
Well, he may have been thinking that about Casey, but
Well, yeah, that's very true.
it was the two of us.
Robbo, what was the point?
I'll tell you what, I'm now wishing I'd been on this pre-season tour. It sounds very exciting.
Robbo, what was the point of Mason Mount's false 9 experience this game?
Say that again, Dan. Ask the question again. I heard Mason Mount and the false 9, but what was the actual question?
The question doesn't quite make sense. What did you make of Mason Mount today? Let's do that.
Well, he at times he was meant to be pressing the ball with Fernandes when they were trying to defend from the front. He made 1 or 2 good runs. He got himself into the box. There was a lot of rotation about Manchester United's front 4, or Fernandes playing up front and Mount just in behind him, the 2 wide players. There was a lot of good rotation, but he didn't get involved enough in the game. If you're going to play that sort of role, you've got to have an effect on the game. And unfortunately, at the moment, Mason Mount isn't having an effect on the game. He's doing some nice things. He's working hard. He looks fitter than he did, obviously, last season. But you have to affect games and be a key part to your attacking play. And I don't think he was that tonight.
Assuming a fully fit squad, Craig, what's your preferred back 4 for United?
Well, Mazraoui or Dalot. I think Dalot's a very good player.
Okay.
Whether Mazraoui's going to... Mazraoui's very good. Mazraoui's quite good going forward.
We saw them both play today, didn't we?
Yeah. Dalot played, I think, left back. But it's either or one of those two. De Ligt, Martinez and Luke Shaw.
Okay.
But Luke Shaw...
Yeah, he's injured again.
Just seems a little bit breaking down all the time. That's a problem. That is a problem, and it just keeps being ever since he's had... It's quite a few years ago now, but he had that really bad leg break. I think he got it in Holland, playing the Champions League or the Europa League. And he came back from it. It's not easy to come back from, obviously. But it just seems to have been a continual one thing after another. A little bit like Reece James at Chelsea.
Yep.
Where you have to start questioning, are they trying to come back too quick? He went to England with... he was in the England squad, ended up playing some games when he hadn't played since February. So that would be my preferred back line if everyone was fit. But clearly Luke Shaw has some problems.
Robbo, should Rashford start?
On the left-hand side, when they're playing a counter-attacking game, I think he has to start because he gives them that little bit of pace to run in behind. I thought, although he didn't play particularly well against Man City, I could see him because we're at the stadium. You can't see it on telly. Some of his runs were very good. He was trying to break the offside line. He was trying to do that again tonight. So I would think if they're playing a counter-attacking game, he has to start. If they're playing a more creative game and they've got Garnacho in the side and Bruno Fernandes coming from the left, maybe he doesn't start. I certainly wouldn't play him up front. He's a player that has to play at his very best now to get a regular place in the team, because I don't think Erik ten Hag is a great fan of him. And in 1 or 2 games, the fans have turned on him as well. So he's got to play very well in these first few weeks.
Aid, of course, it's Valencia-Barcelona. That's a night game tomorrow. What are you going to do with Robbo during the day?
Well, we got coffee with Robbo and Darky at
Nice.
11 a.m. I believe.
And when
You've got to go to the gym first.
Mind you, as it's Darky, we'll have a coffee at 12 and 1 and then 2 o'clock as well. He can't be by himself, Darky, let me tell you.
So, yeah, a little coffee at 11, maybe. Go on.
No, a bit of lunch as well. Menu del Dia somewhere?
Yes, yeah, a little early afternoon lunch in the two rear gardens, maybe.
Oh.
As the Valencia faithful start to gather for the little walk to Mestalla. It's a fabulous city. Yeah, everything is so walkable here. It's so close. Yeah. Mestalla is right there.
Did Ruud van Nistelrooy tell you that as well?
Ruud van Nistelrooy said top 4 city in the world for sure. That's what he said.
Oh, beautiful.
I've never heard anybody so convinced by one person and everything he said than I've heard from this man tonight. It hasn't just been on the show all night. Oh, well, Ruud van Nistelrooy, what a signing he's been for the club. Whilst we're watching the game. Ruud van Nistelrooy, once he gets hold of Zirkzee, he'll make him a top-class player. Wait till he gets hold of Højlund, he'll make him a top-class goal scorer. What is it? Is it a loving with Ruud van Nistelrooy?
He's really thin as well. He's thinner than you, Robbo. It's amazing. How's he
He looks
like he still score goals for fun himself.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, they've got all this planned tomorrow, haven't they?
Yes. What?
Get their expenses right.
Well,
Can't be just throwing in any old guff on the expenses, you know. Oh, what's this? Champagne the day of a game? I don't think so.
Final question to you, Aid. How many goals?
Expenses, I don't know what they are.
All right. Robbo,
Very angry.
Robbo's really angry again today. It's ever since you said he was pale. How many goals will Zirkzee score? How many goals did Van Nistelrooy say he was going to score, Aid?
60. He believed them.
I believe on their road to a top 4 finish, he said Zirkzee would be 15. I think 15? He's good for 15.
Not as many as that. No, he'll only get 9 or 10, I think. He won't be a regular starter. He'll come on in games. He'll play in certain matches, but 9 or 10, I would say. Well,
he's already got it 1, isn't he? 1 down, 9 to go. That is it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Enjoy your lunch tomorrow in Valencia.
Is it the delay that's making them?
Yeah, I think the delay may have been a bit of an issue, but I think it was seamless.
I don't think that's the issue.
Absolutely seamless. ESPN FC then will be back tomorrow to reflect on Barcelona's opener. Who else are playing? Liverpool playing tomorrow. Arsenal as well. We'll be looking back at those games. Newcastle in action.
Don't look at me. How am I supposed to know?
Well,